Hello everyone, welcome back again to Liverpool Report today. We've got the latest updates on our beloved club Liverpool, but before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of Liverpool Report news. Let's get started. Arneslot promised to carry on picking Trent Alexander-Arnold, despite the Liverpool fullback becoming Anfield's public enemy. No 1 Alexander-Arnold was subjected to loud, overwhelming booing from the home fans when he came on as a second-half substitute in Liverpool's draw with Arsenal. England star Alexander-Arnold announced this week he will leave Liverpool when his contract expires, and he is set to sign for Spanish giants Real Madrid on a free transfer. Liverpool boss Slot admitted it was difficult for Alexander-Arnold, but says it will not be a detraction for their title celebrations, and he will pick him in the final Premier League matches with Brighton and Crystal Palace. Slot said, "I don't think there's any possibility whatever can happen that can take the edge of us winning this 20th league title. The thing I consider is, I want to win a game of football, and if we think we can win with Trent, I owe it to his teammates and to the fans, because Liverpool hired me to win as many games of football as possible. And if I think there's a better chance of winning with Trent, then I will pick him. If I think it's a distraction or whatever can happen for us not to play a good game of football, then I might make another decision. But I think Trent showed today why I brought him in, because he was very close with a few fantastic crosses for us to win the game." Gunners boss Mikel Arteta, who saw Mikel Merino get the 6th red card of Arsenal's Premier League season, was furious at his team's first half display and claimed the second half fight back almost made it worse. "If we want to really win it, the consistency level has to be for 95 minutes. I don't like to talk about the players that are not here and the excuses. I am disappointed," said Arteta, who was asked whether the fight back or result was a message for next season. "For sure, don't play 6 times in the season with 10 men, because if that happens, we won't win it next season, for sure. And we need to learn, a lot of learning." Arteta will now be without Merino for next week's home game with Newcastle, and he was also downbeat on Declan Rice's chances of being fit. Arteta added, "I think he is struggling. It does not look good." Alan Shearer and Gary Lineker thought the boos aimed at Trent Alexander-Arnold by Liverpool supporters on Sunday crossed the line. The negative reaction followed the fullback's announcement that he is to leave the club at the end of the season, with a free transfer to Real Madrid widely expected. The 26-year-old came on as second-half substitute during Liverpool's 2-2 draw with Arsenal, only to be met with a smattering of boos from sections of the home crowd. In addition, chants of "there's only one Conor Bradley" and references to Steven Gerrard rang through the stands, highlighting the discontent among fans about Alexander-Arnold's looming exit. His treatment, both on Merseyside and across social media, has sparked divided opinions from fans, pundits and commentators alike. Nonetheless, Shearer, Lineker and podcast co-host Micah Richards were in total agreement about the situation. "There were a lot of boos, and it grated on me. I didn't like that," Lineker admitted on "The Rest is Football." After what he's done, he's a local lad. He's come through the ranks. He's given everything. He's won everything for that club. I understand they've got the hump, they're losing one of their best players, and they all talk about the fact he's going for free. But footballers are not pieces of meat. It's Real Madrid. It's his life, his career. They're incredible fans, Liverpool, and it wasn't all the fans who booed, but on that occasion, I found that a bit disappointing. Richards added, "I was at the game. To be fair, there were a lot of people clapping Alexander-Arnold. I asked Jamie Carragher what's different about being at a club like Liverpool, and he said basically it's like Liverpool against the world. So when they leave, it's seen almost like a disrespect because no player is above the club. It was nice to get that insight. But at the end of the day, he's made that decision. They have to respect that decision. He's going to one of the best football clubs in world football. To see him booed when he came on, it was just not a nice moment in football. I love Liverpool fans. I always give them credit. But it left a sour taste in the mouth, especially for one of their own." Shearer agreed, saying, "I didn't like that. I don't like fans booing players, especially after what he's done for Liverpool. I understand it might be a minority. I totally admire and respect Liverpool fans. But whoever the ones were who were booing him, come on, really? Is it that bad that they have to boo someone from their area? that's chosen to do what he wants to do after doing what he's done for Liverpool. Not a good look for me. Not good. I don't like it all. For months, speculation has swirled around Alexander-Arnold's future, with strong suggestions pointing toward a switch to the Bernabeu once his deal expires this summer. The notion of losing a local hero for nothing has left a number of Liverpool fans feeling disappointed. Still, others believe supporters should show understanding for the player's decision, particularly since he's a homegrown talent who has won every major honour available with the Reds and isn't heading to a domestic rival. While time may mellow the reaction and perhaps turn frustration into appreciation, the atmosphere remains tense for now. Liverpool next face Brighton away on Monday, May 19th, before hosting Crystal Palace the following weekend in what will be their final home fixture of the season. That match may offer fans a final opportunity to show Alexander-Arnold how they truly feel, whether with warmth or lingering hostility remains to be seen. Mikel Arteta takes his Arsenal side to Liverpool on Sunday afternoon, with the Gunners looking to regroup following their exit from the Champions League. A defeat at Paris Saint-Germain on Wednesday saw the Gunners be knocked out of the European Cup at the semi-final stage. They now face the unenviable task of travelling to Premier League champions Liverpool. Anfield will be in full party mode as the title celebrations continue on Merseyside. Arne Slot's side have nothing left to play for this season besides trying to impress their Dutch boss. Arsenal, meanwhile, still have not confirmed their place in the top 5 and with it qualification for next season's Champions League. They sit 4 points ahead of Aston Villa in 6th, with the Midlands side having 2 games to play. They could even be caught by Nottingham Forest, who sit down in 7th. A win over Liverpool would guarantee Champions League qualification for the Gunners, though a victory will not be easy to secure. Here, Liverpool report writers offer their predictions for Sunday's clash. Liverpool versus Arsenal is a tough one to call, if only because it's hard to tell what kind of lineups we'll see at Anfield. The champions have the luxury of shuffling the pack with nothing on the line, while the fixture list means it would take an unlikely combination of results for Mikel Arteta's men to drop out of the Champions League spots. After the midweek defeat to Paris Saint-Germain, Arsenal no longer have to hedge their bets while chasing European glory. The bigger question is whether they have the energy to pick themselves back up after the physical and mental exertions of Wednesday night. While Liverpool will want to bounce back from a rare defeat last time out at Chelsea, Arsenal may well be motivated by the pressure to finish above a Manchester City side who have been out of sorts for long periods. A win for the visitors might be a bridge too far, but they have the quality to take a point which, in other circumstances, might have been considered a very good result. Liverpool made changes at Chelsea, and I suspect they will at Brighton a week on Monday. But I think Arne Slot will see this as almost the first game of next season. Arsenal are bruised after their defeat in Paris, and Slot will want to keep the wounds open. A refreshed Liverpool playing in an Anfield party atmosphere in the first home match since the title was secured does not sound like the ideal afternoon for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, especially not when the Gunners still need points to secure Champions League football. I'm sure they'll get them eventually, but I just can't escape the notion that this is a game they really don't need. Their record at Anfield is poor, and if this opens up into an entertaining contest, then I can only really see one winner. I can't see Arne Slot making as many changes as he did against Chelsea. Liverpool will get their first Anfield Guard of Honour, and those on the Kop will be expecting a performance of champions to follow. Arsenal will still be stinging from their Champions League exit and have looked vulnerable in the Premier League in recent weeks. I think this could be a real day in the sun for the Reds as they celebrate their title triumph. Arsenal are reeling after their season came crashing down around them in Paris on Wednesday night. I can't see them recovering from that blow against a Liverpool team in party mode. There will be a celebratory atmosphere at Anfield, with neither side now really playing for anything. With that in mind, I can only really see Liverpool coming out on top. Games between these two in previous seasons have been blockbusters, but I doubt Arsenal will be able to match the Reds, who are flying high on morale. Arteta needs more time to regroup. This match certainly doesn't have the bite it might have done 6 weeks ago. Liverpool can celebrate until the season ends, with perhaps a few players trying to earn a future at the club, while Arsenal could still be mourning another term without silverware. Can Anfield's crowd spark up an intensity that may be lacking from the game? It's tough to tell. Mikel Arteta will want his side to bounce back in the hope of earning some momentum heading into next season, but they know little is required to cement their place in the Champions League. It could ensure talented players have plenty of freedom to go and produce an entertaining tie. But there's a sense the match may struggle to get out of second gear.